Here. All right. Let's see if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Let's see if I can get my other stuff up and running. Okay, good. All right. Now, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, subscribing, and taking advantage of the information I've been giving you. Let me give you a couple of things real quick. Today, I'm going to give you some information on rotisserie. Let's see here. Let me go to rotisserie ovens. Now, yeah, I have one just like this. How many of you familiar with rotisserie? Oh, let me make this a little bigger. I'm gonna give you a couple of brands: American Range, Hart, Rotisol, and a local one, J&R Manufacturing. Let's see here. All right, so this is American. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go to their page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you email addresses for you guys to send your information to get signed up with them. I'll go through the website so you can see the phone number. And of course, like I said, these are some that I've worked on the Rotisol. I've worked on the American Range. I've never worked on the Hart, and I've never worked on the J&R. But I've seen all these different ones. And these are very, very simply constructed, especially American. So American, and then J&R assured me that theirs is a very simple one as well. All right. So I am broadcasting on Facebook. I'm broadcasting on YouTube and Instagram. Simulcasting. So if there is another format that you guys would be interested in, please let me know, because I have to, at this current moment in time, I got to make a choice between 3. So I have the ability to broadcast on Twitter or another one. Let me see here. Let me see what I'm going to do here. So Not talking about the vertical. I'm talking about the rotisserie. Let me show you the Rotosaw. These are Rotosaws. 60,000. Oh man. Oh good, you can see it. 60,000. It's the cheaper one. That's 18. So 61,000. So I've actually worked on this this same style. I dealt with the ones with the glass sides. Once again, very simply made. It's just drive motors on the side. The spit connects to two sides, and you have the drive chain. That is it. That is about it. Down at the bottom, you have the valve controls for the burner. You have the flame spreaders in the back, and then you have a couple of safety switches on the side. The sides open up, and if you open the sides, it'll stop the contact, and it'll actually shut the flame off. So that's the only purpose of that. That's the only purpose of those. Let me see here what we got. Let me go back to Rotosaw. So now you can able to see. I'm going to take you to their website. These are all sold worldwide, with the exception of like J&R. And these are all sold worldwide. So this is on Kitchen Nightmares. They have some that are ornate like this one, and then they have some that are very I want to say utilitarian. It's just a straightforward machine. It's not involved with being decorative. So as with everything in France, Italy, and Spain, they're all using robot construction, with people just doing this last little finishing jobs, the smoothing of the corners and things of that nature. So here we are with these units. So once again, I've talked to this company right here for the US distribution. So they are ready and waiting for your information. I've talked to J&R. So these are at various different food establishments. I've actually worked on these in a taqueria. So they use this to cook the chicken. It's always, here's the question I have. What issues have I seen with it? It's always the rotisserie. It's always the rotisserie motor that turns the spit. So the problem I had with the unit that was in a taqueria, and it's the owner's fault, is that they had it situated too close to another cooking appliance, and that excess heat just dries out the bearing in that motor, and so you have to change that motor. Excuse me, I'm going to be drinking some tea. The weather in Houston has been 42 one minute and in 76 the next. So that whiplash causes all kind of drama. All right. Now, and then the parts are Rotosaw. That's actually how I ended up on this one, is that Rotosaw has all the parts in the United States. Of course, if you're in the not just the UK, but if you're in Australia, they have the parts there. They have their own local distribution there that is actually owned by Rotosaw. And I can get you guys that information if you need it. But I have let me see, here are the parts. Oh. All right. So what I'm doing, my apologies, I'm just typing this stuff up. I'm actually doing this kind of like on the fly. I'm pulling up I'm going to be pulling up pictures of me on site with one of the units and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to start to put in the chat the information. Now, all of this stuff is going to go into the private members. So all of you that have donated, you don't have to subscribe. I can gift you the membership. All right. So I can gift like up to 5 or 10 memberships. So do not, don't buy it just yet. Let me send me a message, and then I'll see, because they only mentioned it like once or twice that I can gift you the membership. So you guys have already donated more than enough to match those the tiers on the membership. So I'm going to give you that. But here is an example of the motors and the costs. All right, let me go into it. So as you see, it's not all that bad, but you would call Rotosol directly and get the motor. Now, since I've started working on it, now Partstown is carrying it. Hurts my soul to say, but yeah, they're carrying the parts now. They're not exactly my favorite, as anyone would know, but they are here. They're here. They're available from Rotosol, and they are available from Partstown. Let's see how many parts. See, Partstown has 19. So there it is. So it mounts onto the side, and then it goes into a like a knuckle that the spit goes into. Yeah, like they call it the spit motor with hex shaft. So this motor sticks into the side, and that is what makes all the magic happen. That's it. And so because this motor is next to heat and grease and all that kind of stuff, it'll go out. It'll go out, and it's usually the fault of the customer when it comes to that. So now I'm not saying that you would do this, but let's see here. Costco rotisserie chicken. So I know you're all well aware that this is Costco. That's the heart. That's Heart back there. Heart is the main brand for Costco. So Sam's Club uses rotisserie. Costco uses rotisserie. But what I am showing you is for everyone else. Costco and Sam's Club, they have their own contracts that you would go to. I do have 1 or 2 people that follow me that actually are servicing Sam's Club and Costco as a client. So if you do, I have this information, the email address for you to email Heart. Heart is in Canada, and so they're going to have a .ca in their email address. All right, so that's just Costco, and you see how many rotisseries they have. Now it's not just. Let's see here what we got. Let me hide this. Let me see what Mel has to say here. Yes, this is the one that Costco uses. So what do I have? Yeah, that's Costco. Let's go back here. Let me see if I can find images of Sam's Clubs. There we go. Let's see if we. Oh, I just missed one that had the damn images. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let me go back here, just so you all can see. But yeah, this is what makes all the magic happen. Let me do it again. Chicken. All right, there we are. Let's go with this one. All right, now this is slightly different. Maybe this isn't Costco. It doesn't appear to be Costco. I mean, it doesn't appear to be Sam's Club. That's not their setup, because that is not a heart unit right there. All right, here we go. Here's some other ones. Oh, what the hell? Why not? We'll just do this. So this is what makes the magic happen. And the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm showing you this, because I got slammed. I got slammed with like 3 different clients had requested that I service the rotisserie. Once I was out on the scene, I was there for refrigeration, and then they said, "Hey, my rotisserie is down." Excuse me, this tea is still too hot. So, it brought to mind that this was something that I should really introduce to you all, since I've gone with we've gone with the grocery store, told you guys about things in the grocery store. This is one of those things. So, grocery store, cafe, this rotisserie, the entire restaurant revolves around this one piece of equipment. Matter of fact, let me show you guys. I'm gonna engage in some videos. We're gonna do this fair use. We're gonna go to the Rotisol, because I love the way the Rotisol. I love the way the Rotisol looks. We're gonna go to their website, and then it's gonna take us to the videos that they have. I'm gonna kill this music. I know we were here before. Do not hesitate to put your questions in the chat. Any question. I answer any question except for those regarding money. The money thing I will be able to address on the private stuff. When you become a member and we can have the member only videos, I'll be able to address that. I'll be able to address the booklets and pamphlets and all that other kind of stuff. Approaching the client, all that fun stuff. All right. So all you people that are just now coming in, I'm going over rotisserie. This is an additional component of the grocery market. For components in the grocery store. Let's see here. Let me go to, maybe it's in there about us. If not, I can just go to YouTube. This is Rotisol is actually like one of my favorites, to be honest with you. It just because of the looks. And there we go. In all fairness, I am partial to the French products, the Italian products. It really works well with their engineering style works really well with the way I think. Fair use. So these are some of their clients, and these are not ones in the United States. So what they do is they take all of these items and they prepare everything. Let's see here. Let me show you what this looks. And that's some of the smaller ones. These 2 right here. These are the smaller units in the back. I don't know why. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know why there's no sound right now. Yeah, the sound is on. I have no idea why there's no sound. Maybe there's no sound on this video. So you don't see this in Costco and Sam's Club, but they will take the drippings from the chicken, and they'll base they will base vegetables with that. You can also do meats. You do pork. They'll put in a whole pig. They'll do roast. So they'll put in beef. They'll do lamb, right? They'll do a number of different proteins. They actually can do fish in there. Let me see if I can find something else. Let me just go to YouTube. I'm just going to go to YouTube on this one. Sorry about that. I have no idea why it's doing that. I really do like these. Yeah, what the hell, why not? So these are, like I said, these are going to be found in some of your little ornate places. There we go. Now I got volume control. There it is. The volume was all the way down.
Rotisol presents the Grand Flamme range.
Oh, this is killing me. I'm sorry, you guys. So anyway, I'll just have to narrate. So here they are showing you. Like I said, there's only a few components. So you got a gas valve. Here this gentleman is cleaning the unit. They show you just how easy it is. You have your motors on the side. You have your chain. Sometimes the chains stretch due to the heat, and there is a switch that gets hit with it. You lose the contact when you open the door, and so you might have to make adjustments to the switch, or replace the switch, things of that nature. Let me see if I can show you some of the other stuff. Yeah, so it's very robust. They are cooking fish, pork,
facilitates the loading of poultry.
So a lot of different proteins.
Cockerel,
a lot of different proteins.
Pigeon.
Let me go back to here. Let me see if you guys got any questions real quick. All right, we got one comment.
For the roasting of fish, turbot, salmon, John Dory, etc.
All right, so let's see here.
Chicken leg, wings,
let's see what
thighs.
Yeah, that's what Mel said. And
sausages, brochettes, etc.
All right.
The roast.
All right, Mel. No, what has happened is they have become monetized on YouTube. Finally, I had monetization 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I never did anything with it, and they took it away from me.
Turkeys, capons, etc.
So
the lamb spit,
I had to reapply, but they changed the rule. There it is for lamb. They changed the rules. And so now after I went to 500 subscribers, I'm able to offer tier level membership. And so under that tier level membership, I could do videos, things of that nature.
Stews in the cauldron. Tarts,
where you can't watch the videos unless you're a member, and so people can pay for the membership, and it's like a monthly subscription, right? So I'll be able to gift about 10 subscriptions a month. So you know, all of you, especially you, all the people that have already donated, you know, you'll be able to get that stuff, or then you can ask those questions, and I can address financial issues, because it won't be open to everyone. So then I won't have industry people looking at the videos and say, well, Mike Reed said this about Mike Reed said this and that about our product, or Mike Reed said this or that about the numbers. And as I tell you all, the numbers vary greatly from region to region.
My name is Lulu LaFortune.
All right, that's a commercial. So let me see here.
Angeles.
Let me go to
For the last 5 years, Squarespace has helped me seamlessly build my business online.
This is American JR
share my thoughts on the design
manufacturing
and express my unfiltered visions.
There we go. Comes right up. All right. I see there's quite a bit. I think this is them. No, here we go. Okay, so JR does smokers and everything else. Let me see. JR Manufacturing Rotisserie. So this is, there we go. Because my sense of spelling is atrocious. Let me see what we got here. So they do, J&R does a number of things, but wood stove, barbecue, but they are made here in the United States, and they are looking for a number of people. Rotisserie and smoker. They're looking for people to run these calls for them. And I've seen some of these pieces of equipment at the auction. I go, hey man, I know that. That thing looks familiar. So here is a wood-fired rotisserie. So you don't have to worry about valves and stuff like that, but you still got to worry about the motor. So they just need someone to take care of, motors and different things like that. I don't know why that thing went wonky on me. Let's see what we got here.
In 1974, J&R Manufacturing
So let
designed
me
and
put.
built our famed
Oh,
oil
they're made in Texas.
to
So
empower
okay,
the
so they're made
world
in
to
Texas,
cook
not that far
barbecue
from
the
me.
right way, all night, unattended, and with live hardwood
so this thing
fuels
doesn't
to
work.
keep your customers coming
For the
back.
life of me, I don't know why.
Robust products,
I can't
smokers,
get any
grills,
sound.
rotisseries, and custom combos are made
I
to
muted.
exacting standards.
I have to
We are
mute my
the not-so-secret weapon of the
Instagram,
finest restaurants.
and I guess it's muting
J&R,
all
we
the
stand with you.
channels. So while we're doing this, so they have a number of, so if you go with J&R, they're gonna introduce you to a number of mom and pop clients. All right, that you can, nice restaurants, because just because it's rotisserie, you end up with, it's not always what you think. All right, it's not just going to be chicken places. Rotisserie encompasses, it's basically anything that just rotates around a fire. So let me show you. So we've had, I'll show you some of the prices. But JR, when I brought this up to them, they were very excited. They were very excited about the idea that they would be able to have new people being able to service their items. All right, let's see what we got here. Nah, none of that's working out. But when you do rotisserie, let me do Hart, because Hart is a well-known unit, well-known brand. Hart is also, you'll find some Hart and Alto Sham. You'll find those in, unfortunately, Boston Market. So Boston Market is not exactly going through the best times. But yeah, see, here's one that's a Brazilian one, but you can use this for a lot of different types of meat. So it is not just chicken. So for instance, I had a Middle Eastern restaurant that had requested my service for theirs was in an American range. So they had an American range. Now, when you get into Hart, now these aren't as simple as the Rotisol, and they're not as simple as the J&R. Now these, you're getting into a little more electronics, as you can see with this picture. But they do have training, online training, which is not something that you're going to get with the Rotisol or J&R. Rotisol and J&R, they'll walk you through it. Let me see here. Let me see what else they got here about actually working on the unit. Let me see what Hart's got to say. Oh, it's not gonna give me any sound. I'm sorry. It is not gonna give me any sound. Let's see here. Nope, it's not gonna give me sound. Well, because you have so many more options. It's not just turning a simple gas valve. It's not like turning a simple knob. Let me give you guys some more. Let me see what you guys are looking at. Let me see what questions you have. So once again, these are very expensive pieces of equipment. You'll find these at restaurants. You find these in different cafes, and you find these in grocery stores. Like I said, most of the menu items revolve around everything that comes out of the rotisserie. All right. So let me go ahead and give you guys. Let me put it on the screen for Rotos. Well, I'll give you the email for Heart that you're watching right now. Let's see here. Let me give you Heart. Let's create this banner. So this is the email. It is service@heart.ca. I'm gonna take myself off of there because they're doing that. See if I can move this. So this is their email address for you to send in your information, your company name, your company phone number, contact information, what area that you're in. So all your business information. Because you guys are all over, you just never know. And like I said, on their website, they have all the training information that you would need on Heart. So like I said, down here in the bottom left-hand corner, service@heart.ca, because they're in Canada. This is where you're going to send in your email for them. Now, all right, let's get plug this thing up. All right, so let's what other questions do you have while I'm queuing up the next one? Let me go to the next one here. And that will be, I'll go back to Rotosol. Oh shoot. Oh no, I was on the wrong thing. Yeah, I almost ended my stream for a second. Yeah, I have to see why my sound is off. I think I might have to use a different browser than what I'm broadcasting on. I think that will change. I think that will change that. What the hell happened to my Rotosol website? Now JR comes up. I don't want JR to come up. Here we go. So yes, Rotosol is in France, but they do have a warehouse in the US, and I want to say the warehouse in the US is in California. So the US warehouse is in California. They are fully stocked. And let me just pull up some of their equipment so you guys can see that. And then I'm going to put up the email address, the specific email address that you have. It is not a generic one like the service@heart. This is a much different email. This is to the US. He is a Heart employee. No, I'm sorry. He's a Rotosol employee. So let me give you this. So yeah, these are all for the lights and everything. They have every part you can need. And then, like I said before, now they're having now they're having Parts Town supply their stuff. Excuse me. All right, let me put this up on the screen. All right, let me create this, put this up. So he's Nicholas. It's French, so I haven't taken French since high school. And it's at RotosolUSA.com. All right, so there it is right there at the bottom of your screen. So he is the one running the show for the United States. So they have a representative for each country. So those that follow me in the Middle East, they have one for you. Those that follow me in Australia, they have one for you. So Australia is like the second, they've overtaken as the second biggest viewership that I have. Mainly because of the time of day that I broadcast. The time of day I normally broadcast, it ends up being the afternoon for them. So my guess is that, you know, after work, they'll go ahead and check out my videos. So this is that gentleman's information. They are looking for it. I contacted them at least 2 weeks ago. So they've been waiting on your information. They've been waiting on you. So once again, you email them and let them know who you are, where you are, what your coverage area is, and contact information for you. Contact information. So these are in natural gas. These are in propane. Yeah, natural gas and propane. I've never heard of an electric rotisserie. It might just be one of those, but I'm not too familiar with that. So let me see here. So this is Rotisol. And I have so many cafes to show you on Rotisol, because they really do make a gorgeous looking piece of equipment. So this one is has a digital control on it. So this is more or less to compete with Hart, Henny Penny. Hart, Henny Penny. Who else makes one? Oh, I think Alto-Shaam makes a rotisserie. So rotisserie is quite a big market. All right, and now let me give you the J&R. Let's see here. Self-service. Yeah, they got self-service and these merchandisers. So, but you know what? Before I move on, let me give you guys the website. I'll give you the website to Rotisol. Yeah, and then you'll find these in certain universities and things like that. Let me flash up there the website before I go too far. Would you guys like to know like a list of some other ones? Because I still got to do American. Still got to do American. So that's the link to Rotisol. Let me put the link in there for Hart. It's Hart.ca. 1 second. 1 second, good people. Let me put this in here. Yeah, it is .ca. All right. 1 second. I'm going to put the Hart in there. .ca. So like I said, these are not inexpensive things. These are pieces of equipment that are integral to that operation. Oh, all right. So there's Hart in the chat. There's Rotisol in the chat. So you can click on that link. It'll take you to the website, so you can do a little more investigation on it. Let me go back to J&R. Oh, dude, let me go here. J&R. Let me go back to J&R Manufacturing. Let me put theirs in the chat. And then I have his. I have the information for J&R. So your contact for J&R is going to be Philip. Let me put this in the chat. All right, PHILIP. at jrmanufacturing.com. All right, so that is your contact with J and R Manufacturing. Yeah, there's nothing else, right? So please let them know in the message line. In the message line for J&R, put down service tech and then what city you are in. That is what we had agreed upon. Put down service tech and then what city and state that you're in. So he'll automatically know to index you guys according to that. And he promised me, he said he will get with you. Anybody that puts it in there, he'll put it in there. He'll get to you. Oh yeah, all the barbecue joints. Yeah, the barbecue joints use the rotisseries. So it is a very necessary piece of equipment. All right, so and let me give you the information for American Range. Oof, damn, I almost did it again. Now, American Range is American Range was just purchased. They were purchased by let's go into it. Man, I was just working on American Range yesterday. I was working on some ovens. Yeah, Hatco. So Hatco purchased American Range. I do believe they wanted the reach that American Range has worldwide. The owner, previous to the sale, the owner was from Libya. No. He was Lebanese. So and then he sold to Hart, which is an American company in Wisconsin. Hold on, let me take this banner off. Let me give you the website for American. And then from here, you can go and take a look at all the other stuff they have. They have a lot of other cooking appliances. American Range does. So you're not just limited. Like Rotisol only does the rotisserie. They do it well. American Range does grills, griddles, ovens, pizza ovens, ranges. They do a number of other the vertical rotisseries, because that's another thing. Nobody wants to work on the vertical rotisseries. It's for your gyros, your Dornaire, and as some people like to say, your gyros. But your gyros, your Dornaire, that is your vertical rotisserie. Oh yeah, that's right. In American Range, does fryers. So you're going to use info at AmericanRange.com, because I don't know if they're still using that service one. Well, let me create a banner for that one. Now you all are very quiet as usual. Not a single freaking comment. Now, what is it that I need to address for you all on this? You had your fear about, some of those things. Now on the American Range one, you have your thermocouple. Some might be a thermopile, depending on their setup. A thermocouple. It's usually going to be a thermocouple. So you have a couple of valves. One that's going to cover the bottom two section of the rotisserie, and another valve that's going to cover the top two burners of the rotisserie. And so you have a thermocouple that will burn out. And those are wearable parts. You need to change those. It's just like fryers and everything else, just like on the residential side, just like you had thermocouples that burn out, thermal piles that burn out. You have the same thing on the rotisserie, especially for the American range. Those are very inexpensive. That is truck stock, not a big deal, and a nice moneymaker. So that is the info. So when you do sign up with American Range, you actually, if they do put you on, you'll actually be on with Hatco as well. So Hatco is a very, very large corporation. All right, so let's see here. We covered, all right, I gave you guys Heart, gave you guys Rhodosol, gave you guys J&R, American Range. Oh, I didn't show you any pictures. That's what I meant to do. Let's see here. Now, let me see if I'm keeping you guys engaged in all of this. Once again, for the people that are, because there's a constant flow of people coming in and out. So these are, once again, these are going to be in your grocery stores. These are going to be, let me go get to another image that is moving. So yeah, American Range has a large number of things. So to carry on with the theme, grocery stores, especially smaller grocery stores, ethnic grocery stores, you're going to have rotisserie. So they're all going to have an ice merchandiser. So I gave you that. So they're going to have ice merchandiser. They're all going to have ice machines. Then they're going to have rotisseries, because they're going to, especially the smaller ones, they're going to serve their ethnic food. And what do you do with food waste when you have a grocery store? Before you have spoilage, you cook the food. And so that is the whole purpose. That's what you see, prepared food at a grocery store. That was potential spoilage. They don't take the product that was just delivered that day. They take the oldest product and then they cook that. And so it turns out that not only are you negating waste by throwing out food product that you cannot sell, but they're also able to do an upcharge by making prepared foods, which is, so it's a win-win for restaurants. So that's why you see a lot of smaller ethnic grocery stores or mom and pop. And when I say ethnic, it could be an Albanian grocery store, because it might be in Dallas or something like that. It all depends on where you're at. So I mean, you could have Lebanese grocery store and they will have a rotisserie, because it'll just be a lot easier to take home. People still want their food. They don't want McDonald's. They do not want McDonald's. They want their own food. They want the food they grew up with. And so this is one of the ways that people are able to deliver that. Now, let me see here. I am going to pull up, because I want to show you guys what exactly I am talking about with this one unit. Oh, I didn't get a chance to pull this up. I could have swore I had this bookmarked. It doesn't matter. It'll just be another day. We'll just do it. We'll save it for another day. That's perfectly fine. All right, Heart, Rhodosol, J&R. You know what? Let me just go ahead and show you. I'll run through this because I know you guys are probably unfamiliar with American Range. I'll show you their offerings. Hot plates, the fryers. American Range is a pretty big. Not only is it it's a brand with a very deep bench. All right, they cover all the hot side stuff, but it is a brand with a very, very the following is intense. So I'll go and I'll go to a restaurant and they'll have all American range, all the hot side, everything, stock pots, these salamander and cheese melter, and everything will be American range. And I'll ask the owner, I said, hey, what's the deal with all the American range? They said, my family we put this in all our restaurants. Growing up, this is all we've ever had is American range. And so anytime they open up a restaurant, it is always going to be American range. So this is what I find normally in the different bakeries. If it's going to be an ethnic bakery or Lebanese bakery, that type of thing. If it's, Middle Eastern, they gravitate towards American range. They absolutely love it. The thing I hate about bakeries is that the bottom section there, you have the bake burner tube. So you take out the front cover. Oh man, I have so many pictures. I do apologize on the poor showing. Brother Charles, what's happening? I have tons of these photos. We can always revisit it, but this is an introduction. So we'll just consider this an introduction to all of this type of stuff. But the bake, everything associated with that oven gets coated with flour. And so you don't have proper flame, you don't have proper combustion, because everything is choked up with flour. And I'll have to go out there, and then it'll be like a pound of flour inside the working components of the oven. Now with the ovens and the fryers, they make them in gas and electric. Well, or electric. They even have countertop. So American range has everything covered. Now like I said, it's a little harder now to get in with American because they're owned by a larger company with a lot more rules. American range only has 2 people that answer the phone for tech support. It's not a large operation as far as that. It has never been a large operation. It has always been small because this was a mom and pop manufacturing. This was a mom and pop manufacturing. Yes, I know all of this stuff, but yeah, this one guy, he created this huge company, and yeah, usually he just has 2 guys, and they have a residential side. So you're always able to get in by saying that you also service the residential side. Yeah, matter of fact, so here's the residential, and their stuff is not cheap. Their stuff is not cheap. Very beautiful, all custom, just like Blue Star. So I've always worked on these. I worked on these since the 90s. No, yeah, 99, 2000. All right, we'll go with the 2000. Worked on these since 2000 something. Because actually, American Range was before Blue Star. American Range was before all that. It was always American Range. It was 5-star range, Premier, American Range, before all the other ones, before Capital and all that stuff. It was American Range. All right, so I don't want to bore you guys with a history lesson. Brother Charles, I'm glad you chimed in. So, you know what? Let me go with, so now you know how deep the bench is on American Range. They go all the way to residential. And did I drop you guys the link for American? Oh, I didn't. You guys didn't say anything. You guys just let me sit here and drone on. And then you say, hey, Mike, man, where's the link? Now, I apologize because this link is for residential. Let me go ahead and let me go back a little bit and let me give you guys the commercial one. Yeah, so this is the commercial one. Let me just go on to rotisserie so you guys can see that. I can't even find the damn rotisserie now. Now, another thing on the hot side, warranty is sometimes it's 90 days. Some aren't even really, some are a year, some are 90 days. Yeah, if that. Some are 90 days. I can go into it, but they'll go over that because these things, They do not leave it. I mean, everything is tested before it goes out. Everything is tested. And what the hell? I'll give you guys this one. Why not? Screw it. All right. So like I said, I do appreciate you guys getting me up to the 500 subscriber mark. It opens up a lot of stuff for me. Once I get up to, I'll be fully monetized once I get up to 1,000. So here's the link for American Range on the commercial side. It's in the chat. So you guys all know it's in the chat. I just remembered something. I'm streaming on 3 different platforms. So not everyone is going to be able to see all that in the chat. Sorry to the non-existent viewers on Facebook. I'll get to you guys. Instagram, I'll get to you guys too. You can always drop me a line on Instagram, drop me a line on Facebook, and I'll give you the link. All the stuff I discussed in the video, I'll give you the link. I'll be able to I'm going to break these down into smaller sections later on and get more involved. Once you guys start filling out your forms and stuff like that and emailing American, emailing Rotosol, we can get into that. Let me give you another one. Henny Penny. All right, so here's Henny Penny. So as you see, it is, I don't know if they still make theirs anymore. Henny Penny used to make one. I don't know if they still make one anymore. Oh, damn it. Here is an electric rotisserie. Here is an electric rotisserie. So they do make an electric rotisserie. And it was made by Henny Penny. I can't begin to tell you how many of these freaking rotisseries are out there. See, so this one even has the has your probe. So what you do is you stick that in the meat. You stick, well, meat, fish, whatever. You stick that in the protein. You can also do vegetables, but you stick that in there, and then that you could set the system to shut off when it gets there. Now, see, they had down here where I am, Southwest Texas. That's Hoshizaki. It's the Hoshizaki distributor. Southwest Texas, and then Commercial Kitchen. They were actually bought by Partstown. So Commercial Kitchen is now owned by Partstown. So essentially, that's Partstown that's selling that. Little fun fact. That is an arm of Partstown. Let me see if Henny Penny, let me go into here. Let me see if Henny Penny's even selling this. So Henny Penny had a rotisserie. As you can see, Henny Penny had a rotisserie. But now we're going to go to an Alto-Shaam, because I know Alto-Shaam makes it. So all this stuff is readily available. There's nothing hidden from you. No one's hiding anything from you. The schematics are there. Oh, and I wanted to talk to you guys about another thing. It was brought to my attention that I have been leaving out an important piece of information for you guys. Someone had brought up to me about the org chart, the informational chart, the if this then that. I can't think of a proper name of the damn chart. Every one of these manufacturers, every one of these products has a troubleshooting guide. It was the original. It was original tech support. It used to come with every piece of equipment where you have the diagonal chart, and it starts with. It would start with do you have power? Yes or no? And then you go down to the next item. Say, okay, so once you say yes, it has power, then you go down to the next thing. And they say, does the unit turn on? Yes or no? And then if it's yes, then you go down to the next thing. And so it'll branch off from there. Let me probably pull up some. Oh, excuse me again. I'm sorry. It's freaking tea. Okay, so they don't make a rotisserie anymore. But those rotisseries are out there. All right. Alto-Shaam. Alto-Shaam rotisserie. All right, because I know Alto-Shaam won't let me down. There it is right there. Now, they don't have, I've given you guys Igniter Labs where they have all the help information on how to train, on how to do that stuff. They don't include the rotisserie. That is an odd thing. They don't include the rotisserie. Alto-Shaam has tech support. Alto-Shaam is in Wisconsin. I guess I can call him a friend of mine, a guy I dealt with for many years, that he worked on the tech support side for LeBaire. He worked on the tech support side for Smeg. He was on tech support for Bertazzoni years ago, and quite a few others. He went over to Alto-Shaam. So yes, thank you, Golden Rule. The flow chart. There never used to be a tech support department. That was not a thing. Yes, diagnostic flow chart. Thank you. Every single one of these manufacturers has a diagnostic flow chart, a diagnosis flow chart. Every single one. That was the original tech support. Oh, you guys can't even see me. That was the original tech support. Let me see if I can find one. Damn, here's another electric rotisserie. I've never seen one. But then, of course, I went to a Chipotle. I did that startup at that Chipotle, and it was an all-electric store. I'd never seen an all-electric Chipotle before, but here it is. I did a startup on one. So that video was on Instagram. It was a 2-hour video. I don't know if you guys had seen it. It's on Instagram. It's just because it was so much easier for me to go live on Instagram. I just hit a button. YouTube, I got to fill out a whole description page and the whole nine. Would you guys like the contact information over there? Buddy of mine, his name is Sandar. Yeah, the flow chart. Let me see if I can pull up one for you guys real quick. All right, let me see. Flow chart. Anybody got a brand in particular they want me to pull up a flow chart on? So that's usually what they'll say. They'll pull up the damn flow chart. So there used to be no flow chart. Alto-Shaam rotisserie. Years ago, it just used to be, they tell you, pull up the damn flow chart. What the hell are you calling me for? Because there was no tech support years ago. There was no tech support. Let's see here. Yeah, is it under the oven manual? Let me see. Here's a channel that everybody seems to like. I mean, a website everybody seems to like. So that's always how it was. All these brands have a flow chart. They all have a flow chart. Let's see here. See, 24-hour service. And that's how a lot of these on the commercial side, that's how a lot of these manufacturers are. See, yeah. Menominee Falls in Wisconsin. So the guy, he went with them because it's not that far from Chicago, like 45, 50 minutes from Chicago. And so he was able to get the family members. So all the installation information. Yeah, if you guys want information on Alto-Shaam, let me know. Put it out there. And you can always call. So here it is. You're usually going to find these on wheels. So you can move these over. I have one situation where the geniuses had the fryer and stuff on the left side, butt up to the unit. It wasn't an Alto-Shaam, but needless to say, yeah, that wreaked havoc on it. I wreaked havoc on that unit, and I specifically said flowchart. But they have flowcharts. Everybody has flowchart. It's in Igniter Labs. If you ever go there, if you ask them for a trial, then you can go ahead and pull up these different manufacturers, and they all have flowcharts. They would prefer you to use the flowchart before you even freaking call tech support. And they start with the beginning. Does this thing have, gas, or does it have electricity, or, does it have water? with some of these units. They're going to ask you all that, and then they're going to start from the beginning. All right. So cleaning and maintenance. I want this thing to make a liar out of me. Let's see what we can find. Troubleshooting guide. They tell you what the E10 air sensor, tell you what all that fun stuff is. And all of these things are available on the website. I just didn't feel like going through to get it, but it's all there. They want you to have it. If you email or if you call them, they'll take your email down and they'll send you this information. They have all the parts. They tell you how to take this thing apart. It is not a big deal. Change how to change every single part. This is all free. There's no money that you need to spend to gain access to this. It's all, matter of fact, yeah, see, here's all the components. It's all right there. Let me see if I click on a part. Nah, I won't open it up. It'll probably open it up and take me to Partstown if I go onto the Alto-Shaam website. Chances are it's going to be linked up with them. Here's your motor. There's your heating elements. There's a PCB. See, you have different ones, right? You got different ones. If it's 208, single phase, 3-phase. There we go. 380, 415 volt. So I talked to you guys about this before. You have customers that might order something that doesn't match up with what they have, with the service, that they have, the infrastructure that they have. And that's where we come into play. That's why someone asked me, and I just responded to their message. They asked me to, way back in November. Sorry, I didn't see your message. TMM, what's happening? What's happening, brother? Yeah, they so that's why they'll pay you. That's why they'll pay me to go out there and for you to check the condition of the facility. They say, hey, before we give these people warranty, we want you to go out there. We want you to make sure the drain is correct. We want you to make sure their water is correct. If it uses water, we want you to make sure that they have gas, if it has gas. And we want you to make sure, as you see here, that it has the proper electrical service, because it's a completely different board for the 3 different ones. See, the part number is different depending on what the voltage is. So these things are all very important. All very important. So, and I can go to Alto-Shaam. They have a number of different things. So like I said, put in the chat if you want me to give you any of this information on like Alto-Shaam. If you want to get, they are very personable. They're very good people to deal with. They actually have, everything has changed since COVID, but they have a facility up there in Wisconsin. So you would fly in to Chicago or Green Bay, and then you would go to them from that way. Let's see. See, they got their video library and all those things that I was telling you guys about on Igniter Labs. See, they have this is their new Vector oven. Tons of videos, a lot of sales. Here's their on demand, but they have a lot of sales videos. Here's how to change the programming, unpack it. Because a lot of times you're the one that needs to go out there and unpack the unit. Make sure that everything is there. Make sure everything is there. I can't tell you how many times the customer tried to unpack a unit and then they've thrown away components that were secured within the box or within the shipping material. They do that all the freaking time. Oh, here's a water solenoid valve. This is a very common thing. Getting off track. Oh, shoot. You guys can't see me. I'm sorry. You guys can't see me. All right. So this is a, like I said, Alto-Shaam makes rotisseries. Let me go back because you guys weren't seeing this. It's real easy. But they have countless number of videos. Let me put this in the chat. I feel so bad about that. Let me put this in the chat real quick so you guys can follow along. Hey, Brandon, Brother B, what we're doing is I'm telling everybody about about rotisserie ovens. So they're not just in your Costco, not just in Sam's Club. They're not just in your local grocery store. They're in restaurants and cafes, and they're in ethnic grocery stores as well. So I've already gone over about 4 or 5 different brands of rotisserie, and I have pictures, but I just don't have the freaking pictures queued up. So I do apologize for all that. So they have all these videos. They'll walk you through. They'll send you any video you're looking for. They'll send you that diagnostic chart.
This video is
Or you can go through and do it if this, then that.
Do not attempt to repair.
You can call them. Typically, if you're going to call these people at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, all right, they're going to be asleep. They live in Wisconsin. They're going to be asleep. So don't let it be the first time that you're going out to a unit. Please let it, hopefully this is, see that valve? It looks very similar to a valve in a wash machine.
In this video, we are using a 2-chamber Converge oven.
And that's what feeds these units. You guys saw me. That was a Henny Penny. I did an install on an oven like this. It shows you where the components are. None of this stuff is hidden from you.
Disconnect the electrical power.
None of this stuff is hidden. They want you to know everything.
Turn off the water supply to
all this is free to you. All this is free for you to find.
For any spills.
And Alto-Shaam, I would like to say, is the number 2
the oven away from
brand of
make sure the drain does not restrict the oven's movement.
Convection oven, steam, not convection oven, but
disconnect the water supply
combi oven. But they also, because of their clients, once you get signed up with like Alto-Shaam, you automatically get a certain number of clients.
Securing the top panel of the oven.
But yeah, they show you where everything is.
Rotate the support
they show you where everything
the top
is.
Panel in the up position.
That's how much care they put into it. And there's your schematics, ladies and gentlemen. As Brother B says, hey man, where the damn schematics at? They include the schematics. The schematics are there. They want you to have
the water valve.
They want you to have them. It is there. They show you everything.
Label and number each of the wires.
They show you everything. What we got here? Hey, what's happening? Yeah, I'm chopping it up. I'm just talking to the people about rotisserie ovens.
Remove the
introducing this style of equipment because it's everything I show you guys all connected. So I've shown you guys the ice machines that you'll find in grocery stores. Oh, thank you, brother. I've shown you guys the ice machines that you'll find in grocery stores. I've shown you guys the excuse me. So the ice machines. So everything associated with that. So as we go into grocery stores, these are other brands of appliances that are in the grocery store as well that you could take advantage of because you have the ability, you have the know-how. You know how to change a valve, right? You can do these things. You know how to change a thermocouple, a thermopile. People like Brother B taught you that already. You paid the man for the class. You utilize that information that you've learned in his facility, right? And you can apply that to this.
To the oven with the 2 screws.
Once you get the foundation, now you can come over here. Now you can go into a grocery store and you can go ahead and change a valve. Because what happens with the valve?
Reinstall the left.
They have to have a filter.
To the oven.
The filter gets blocked up, or the filter, the filter starves the unit of water. That solenoid valve, which is plastic, the coil ends up melting the valve, right? And you have to change it.
Allow the oven control to power up.
Customer's not going to do that. They're not going to dare do it. They're not even though this information is here, even though the information is free, they're not going to do it. They say, hey man, it's not in my job description. I'm not going to do that. Plus, if I mess up now, I'm going to lose my job. They're going to say, hey, why don't you call a tech?
Inspect for water.
Right. So once again, you don't, and that, that black section, that's the coil. Right? And these coils are pretty much the same, whether they're on a commercial washer, whether they're on a commercial dishwasher, well, not a commercial dishwasher, but a commercial washing machine, whether they're on an oven,
back into place.
You know, you're going to have these things, and that's the
Install two
same.
screws to secure the top.
Those
panel
are the
of oven.
same solenoid valves.
Move
There's the
oven
same
back
fill
into its
valve that you're
original
going to
position
find
in the kitchen.
in residential.
Y2,
It's the
Y5
exact same.
water
So if you know how to
solenoid
change a
replacement
fill
process
valve
is now complete. For
in a
more service
residential
videos,
setting,
please
you
visit
know how to
Service
change a
Chat.
fill valve in a commercial setting, which is why I'm here doing this, telling you guys what the deal is. All right, so that little video is done. Like I said, they got a number of them here. I'm trying to get to rotisserie. They have these rotisseries because, like I said, Boston Market was a big customer of theirs. And there's others. You're going to find Alto-Shaam in other large places, especially grocery stores are a big customer of Alto-Shaam. Like Alto-Shaam is it here in Texas, we have HEB, and you're going to see Alto-Shaam in HEB. It is what it is. They're a large client. They're, you know, I don't want to insult them, but yeah, they're number 2 behind Rationale. I'll admit it. I hate Rationale with a passion. I'm team Alto-Shaam, but it is what it is. They have the marketing, they have the infrastructure. So let's see here. Yeah, all right. What'd you say here? Kitchen staff they don't care. They don't care about this damn equipment. They don't care. Luckily, they'll have a couple, especially when you talk about grocery stores. Now, grocery stores do have space. Your small cafes don't have space to have additional rotisseries. They're going to have that one huge 62-inch, 72-inch rotisserie. But the other ones, they don't. So, yeah. So, like I said, I was getting to the point where, all right, so everything is interconnected. Told you about the ice machines. Told you about the ice merchandisers. And now I'm telling you about the rotisserie. So the reason why these grocery stores, these mom and pops and all that have the rotisserie is because it's fail safe. Once again, they're able to take their food and instead of it going bad, instead of them throwing it away, before it goes bad, they'll go ahead, take it, cook it. So instead of them throwing out chicken, they're now taking that chicken, cooking it, then taking the carrots, taking onions and everything else that was starting to go bad. They'll take that and they'll cook that up. I know some of you might think that's disgusting, but that is what you see at the grocery store. That is what that is. That is what that is. Oh, sure, man. No problem. No problem. I'm just letting you know that everything I'm telling you guys is interconnected. On the outside looking in, it might look a little helter-skelter where, oh, man, he's telling me about merchandisers. He's telling me about ice machines. But it's like you have the ice machine. The grocery store has the ice machine. We'll start with a Lebanese grocery store. They'll have the ice machine in the back. Brother Charles, what's up? They'll have the ice machine in the back. Oh, man, look at you. And so they'll take the ice machines and then they'll bag up the ice. And then what do? They take that merchandiser, whether it's inside or outside, made by Lear, and then they'll put those bags of ice in that merchandiser, and now they're selling ice. All right, so they're selling those bags of ice, $2, $4. They can go up to 50-pound bags if they want to. So that is an additional revenue stream. So they have that. So now you can get into a small grocery store. Like I said, I showed you a German grocery store around the corner from me. Oh, man, yes. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Oh, matter of fact, I got something for y'all. I forgot I got this. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, Brother B, the reason why I tell everybody to put your comments in there, because it feeds the algorithm. I don't have thousands of subscribers. I only got a couple of hundred. So in order for the system to boost my video, to put my video as a suggestion, I need the comments. And I do address the comments. I do my best to address the comments. So I need that. And then plus I'm working. People call me all the time. I just really don't have the time. So, that's the reasoning behind that. It ain't nothing other than that. I got an 11-year-old. Her birthday's coming up in in a couple of weeks. I can't. I answer my own phones. I answer my own phone for my business. So I'm dealing with manufacturers. I'm dealing with customers. Dealing with parts houses. So it's just not possible for me to get to everybody's phone call. I try. People know I'll talk to them on the phone for 2 hours if I get the chance, but I'm busy with all that other stuff. So, oh yeah, all right. So everybody, Brother Charles is he does ice. That's all Brother Charles does. Well, he does the grill cleaning too. So he does ice machines and grill cleaning. And that's it. That's all. And that brother is busy. He's busier than a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest. So yeah, I've Brother Charles called me up one day, and picking up in the tone of his voice, he knew what he was talking about. He was real nice. So our first phone conversation, I talked to that brother on the phone for 3 hours. Oh yeah, I'll come back on there. I'll come back on the show, man. I'll come back on the show. So yeah, but I don't have any problem helping anybody, man. I really don't. White, black, brown, purple, green, gray. I don't mind. Oh yeah, that's the other one. All right, thank you all for your donations. All right, I got that, and I got the outro. All right, so now I basically showed you the major players in the game when it comes to that rotisserie. Showed you the major players in the game. I explained to you why rotisserie is such a thing. And I need to go through here. I need to find this freaking picture. But you guys get the idea. You guys get the idea on it. It is actually nothing to be afraid of. I got 33 pictures where it says Sugarland. And I could have swore I had it in a separate folder just to show you guys. I'll do it again. Yeah, Brother B is in the chat. Much love. Thank you for coming through. So now the time in the program, I already hit 1 hour and 30 minutes. I gotta try to trim this stuff down, but 1 hour and 30 minutes. What would you like for me to address for you? All right. So your ethnic grocery stores are everywhere, all across the country. You're going to have ethnic grocery stores. You're going to have Hispanic grocery stores, right? So I know in areas like, you might have like in Oklahoma, San Antonio, stuff like that. You're going to have all these parts of Colorado. You're going to have all these, ethnic grocery, all these Hispanic grocery stores. But guess what? They're selling ice. They have rotisseries. Matter of fact, yeah, they have rotisseries in their places. So everybody eats a form of rotisserie chicken. All right. So what I'm giving you is something that let me see what I can find here. I'm trying to give you something that is very universal. Like you guys say, oh man, I don't know where this commercial is. I don't know where, nah, it's all around you. It is everywhere. I'll give you this Alto Sham. I guess I'm gonna have to set up some kind of tablet and post this kind of stuff on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing my feedback on. So I'm still live on Instagram. So I have some people they just love Instagram. So I'm trying to meet the people where they at. All right. So contacted these people, giving you the information, the reason why they have the rotisserie, right? So they have the rotisserie because they're not. It's very rare that you're going to burn your food with a rotisserie. It's extremely hard to do because they're using the same size birds. Same, they're going to be from the same suppliers and everything like that. So they got this thing down to a science. So it's an extremely good moneymaker for them. All right. So let me see what else. What else? So this is open. This is open to the field. So ask your questions. If you don't have any other questions, we'll probably start to wrap this thing up. We'll wind down because we've already been on here an hour and 30 minutes. We have, just so you know, we have I have Manitowoc training classes coming up, Bun classes coming up for the year, Hoshizaki's coming up for the year. So all that will be coming out within a few days. Within a few days, I'm gonna do that because the classes are gonna start rolling out in January. So they're gonna start rolling out like I think the first class is like January 9th. That's gonna be out there. I think that's out in California. So be on the lookout for that. All right. And Brother B, you got my information, so hit me up anytime on Instagram. You got all my stuff. So anytime you want me on, I'll be there. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for coming. And I'm gonna hit you guys with the outro. So thank you all for being here.